Audio test, 1, 2. Good evening, hockey fans. Day 3 of the USPHL Winter Showcase. It has been fun thus far, Lucas Jones. I can hear myself twice.
Which is good.
So nice. I talked to myself twice, but the premier event in USPHL hockey coming into the rink here today. Myself, my left-hand man, Mike Consigliere, Monfrere from another mayor. The only man I allowed to make a meat and cheese board for any party or gathering. Sommelier Lucas Jones, what's going on?
Well, not quite sommelier yet, but we'll just call it an enthusiast for now, and hopefully eventually we'll get to that point. But I'll tell you this much, Dan, I feel like a sommelier of USPHL action after being on site for now the third day. We are here from, you think dawn to dusk is long? How about before the sun comes up?
Are you referencing Quentin Tarantino flick, Till Dawn, Till Dusk? Is that what it is? Dawn Till Dusk?
Till dawn or dusk.
Both of the dusks.
you
Dusks,
get the
dawns,
option.
what all of them.
But after multiple days here and so many hours spent watching hockey, I can tell you that there is quite a bit of action to go over. I know we have some all-star teams, but the amount of hockey has been absolutely impressive. And the enthusiasm at the rink, all-time high.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. For a guy that slept 4 hours a night getting ready for this thing for the last week, I'm still energetic, man. I still feel it because you can just feel it throughout the building. You've seen some incredible action. You've seen a great come-from-behind victory for the Florida Junior Blades. How about the Florida Junior Blades? The boys from Estero, I will give you a little tidbit, a little story. We were down at the Florida Showcase, hosted by the Florida Junior Blades. Their elite team went 0-4. Their premier team struggled as well. The whole squad looked at us on the final day of that showcase before we took off and left for the weekend, left for the break, and they said, when you see us in Massachusetts, we're going 4-0. Not only did the elite go 4-0, the Junior Blades premier finished the weekend 4-0, an 8-0 sweep for Florida.
I mean, can't do much better than that, Dan. That is hugely impressive. We've had a couple of times so far this year where teams that have made those statements have come up big. They have held themselves accountable, right? Those players, they had an honest conversation with themselves. They looked at us. They told us this wasn't what their team was made of. This weekend, they showed us what that team was made of.
That's it, and we're going to show you what some teams are made of with these all-star squads, but are we doing a shout-out first? What's going on here?
We're doing a shout-out first.
These guys got to come on here. Come on. Get on camera. We got some little guys here. We got some future NHLers. You guys going to the Chell? Where are we putting them on? What mic are we putting them on?
Grab them on 4.
Grab mic 4. This is mic 4. There you go. I don't know what numbers are, guys. You got to learn how to count, okay? You got to make sure you stay in school, you stay in class. Gentlemen, introduce yourself to the fans at home watching.
Hi, I'm Mason Ramos.
Hi, I'm Tristan Collar. Hi, I'm Brayden Lusick.
Okay, now you are 9 feet tall, young man, okay? So you got to, are you a defenseman?
Yeah.
I knew he was a defenseman. You skate like that. So are you trying to be like a future Zdeno Chara? What kind of skater are you? Hold the mic to me. You got to work as your interviewer. Your interview skills. Yeah, there you go.
I can rush it. I can play D. I can do everything.
He can do everything. Now yourself, what position are you playing out there in the ice?
I'm a goalie.
You're a goalie. Come on, that's expensive for your parents, though. I got to tell you. You know how much gear costs? You understand that?
Yeah, a lot.
No, but you know what that means. You know what they pay for. You know why they put the investment in? Because you're going to go shutty every day, right?
Yeah.
We're going shutty. So, what position do we play here?
I play right wing.
Right wing. Okay, so you're trying to be a goal scorer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is it every time you're out there? Is it hat trick every day? You trying to go hatties?
Almost.
That's it.
He scored 2 goals last
Yeah,
game.
2 goals.
2 goals last game?
So already modest, too.
Come on, he's mod. You know what? I'll tell you this much. These hockey guys, you watch your favorites on TV. Who's your favorite player?
Sidney Crosby.
Sid the Kid. Come on. You watch Sid the Kid on TV. Greatest player in the world, right? And no, he never talks about it. You ask him about his game, he'll score 4 goals out there. He'll just be like, getting pucks deep, me and the boys, that's it. That's what you talk about. Who's your favorite player?
Brad Marchand.
Brad Marchand. Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
You got to remember where you
Brad Marchand. Really? I don't know, guys. But keep going. What is your favorite player?
Mine's Matthew Tkachuk.
See, that's
there
one.
There you go.
That's one. How many goals can it cut Chuck, right? That's what you talk about. The guy battles. Gentlemen, what team do you play for? Who are we giving a shout-out to? Who are we giving a shout-out to?
The Minuteman Flames.
The Minuteman Flames, baby.
And the Assabet Patriots.
Come on.
And Massachusetts Middle School.
That's a Wachusett Middle School? You guys in middle school?
No.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
5th grade.
5th grade.
They allow 5th grade.
Okay. I was going to say, I didn't think you guys were in middle school. You guys aren't in middle school. So, hey, Gentlemen, you guys are going to go, you're going to hang out, future NCDC Deneen Cup champions here, right? We guys going to go to the NHL. We're going to see you guys in the NHL.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, we're going to clip this video after this. We're going to have to hold on to it because we got to make sure one day this is going to be on ESPN and you're going to have Barry Melrose very grumpily in a very big suit. He's going to be in an oversized suit, and he's going to be very curmudgeon-like, and he's going to say, look at these guys when they were younger. Now they're scoring goals in the NHL. That's what he's going to say. That's a very bad impression of Barry Melrose. But, gentlemen, thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks
for joining us. We got to talk about some all-star teams now. You guys will eventually be on these. Hop on off there. Look at these guys. Look at these young guys joining in, getting on TV. The good thing to do is you always know how to get your airtime, Lucas.
That's it. You got to find your
always know how
lens.
to get your airtime. It's like a young me. It's like a current me. You know what I mean? You might as well call me rotisserie because I am a ham, Lucas, okay? Can you cook a ham on a rotisserie? I don't think you can.
No, technically you can cook anything on a
You can
rotisserie.
cook anything on a rotisserie. If you got a stick and you got an oven, you could rotisserie it.
That's all it takes. Maybe it's groundbreaking. We already have the honey baked ham, right, as a company.
Yeah, why not?
Why not the honey rotisserie ham? You could drizzle
That
the honey.
sounds like a mess. Sounds like honey's going to get everywhere. Let's go, Lucas. I think let's not do this one first. We've already done this one here, so if folks are listening to us for the second time today in the building, we'll do that one last. Let's skip ahead. I apologize for throwing off your entire production here.
No, it's fine.
By skipping ahead. Let's go with the Atlantic. How about we go with the Atlantic, let's say, maybe the Atlantic West All-Star team?
We can do that.
Let's go with the Atlantic West All-Star team. All right, it's time to unveil our Atlantic West All-Stars. These are the best of the best in the Atlantic West in the first half of the season. Right now we see the Hershey Cubs up 4-1, down 4-1, taking on the San Diego Sabres from that Atlantic West. So they will see some stars on this side. Lucas, for the folks at home, give them that graphic. I will begin to do what I do best, which is read stagnantly. Your Atlantic West All-Stars. Starting it off, it's an all-Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights line, one of the best teams in the nation. How about a team that went 4-0 at this showcase? And for the first time in Dan K Show history, the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights, the first ever team to beat 3 consecutive top 10 squads from the Dan K Show Top 10 Power Rankings. Those boys, the Wilkes-Barre wagon continues to roll. Teague Porter, Colin Anna, Hunter Parker, all making the Atlantic West All-Star team. Forward line number 2, we start with Jays Barner of the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights. He's joined by 2 Utica Junior Comet stars in Brendan Vetrano and Andrew Martino, who scored 2 goals in today's game, an empty netter and a power play goal. Next up from the Utica Junior Comets, it's Philip Doucette, Spencer Hecklinger, and from the Elmira Junior Enforcers, it's Aaron Smith. That's Aaron Smith, man, Mr. Smith. Your fourth line, Caden Cranston of the Buffalo Stampede. He's joined by Parker Bonsignor, as well as Max Cipiella, all Buffalo Stampede on that third line. Finally, rounding it up from the forwards, the final Hershey Cub here on the forward line, Jack Rose. Jack Rose, that is the most, we were joking about the Titanic because of the leaks in the roof, Lucas, and Jack Rose is a pure Titanic name. He had enough room on the float. She should have been allowed on. He did not have to be in that water. She then said, I'd never let go, and she immediately let go of his hand. Defenseman Drake Reed of the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights. You used to call Drake on your cell phone. Instead, you called Drake for goal scorer, and now from the blue line. He's joined by Michael Gannon-Stegall, the former Richmond General, now Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knight. Next up, 2 more defensemen, Will Hilton, always staying at the inn, and Andrew Manley. Manley has been tough. Lucas, this is a long way to read for me. Logan Hawley of the Elmira Junior Enforcers, joined by Jace Cranston as your final 2 defensemen. Last but not least, your goaltenders. Your 3 goaltenders for the Atlantic West All-Star team picked by Dan Kay and Lucas Jones. Tade Carman of the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights, who we saw beat the Metro Jets earlier this weekend. Logan Palmer of the, that is the wrong team name Lucas put there. Logan Palmer of the Utica Junior Comets right there. And finally, Hogan Nelson, who's been Hulk strong. This is the superhero group. This is Tate Carmen. Where in the world is the puck? Not in the net because of Carmen Sandiego, Tate Carmen. This is Logan Palmer, more like Wolverine. And this is Hogan Nelson. Let's bring it back into the booth here, Lucas.
Well, I mean, that is there's a lot of names on that roster that are...
That's a hot take right there. There's a lot of names on a roster.
A lot of names.
There goes Coach Dub going through. Your first half coach of the year doesn't want to hear it. Doesn't want to hear it from me. We are a jinx for Coach Dub.
Yeah, there are certain coaches who they just kind of put their head down and they avoid the jinxes. They've got a good thing going. But there's a lot of names on this roster that obviously deserve this award, this consideration here, being on this all-star team. They've had fantastic first halves. Obviously, the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights getting a lot of representation there because, I mean, this is a team that has proven time and time again they've got what it takes to beat almost anyone in the league.
Yeah, you look through this squad, and one guy we got a chance to watch just now was Andrew Manley of the Utica Junior Comets. This is a big defenseman who's done it all year long. He had a clap bomb from the point earlier today. It looked like a power play goal. Spencer Hecklinger, who also makes this all-star squad, got the stick to it, redirected it home, got the goal. A little bit of a stolen redirect. Just barely got to it. But, redirection goals, baby, they count. And Spencer Hecklinger is just so good at planting himself in front of the net mouth.
Yeah, I mean, he really is. And I also like, you've got some good inclusions here. The Utica Junior Comets obviously getting some great looks. Doucette is a fantastic skater. And the Elmira Junior Enforcers, too, showing up in a big way with Anson Smith, the 2001, the forward, and Logan Hawley, the defenseman, the 02. It's a good team who... Great story from them, finally back in their home rink there, First Arena, the Elmira Junior Enforcers. You always love to see a junior team come home. The home rink's important. Absolutely important.
Absolutely important. Lucas, we keep moving through this list here. Before we move on, I got to talk. Let's stay at the defenseman position. Let's talk Drake Reed. This guy can read the room, all right? He was a Dan K Show star of the game in a matchup with the number 1 seeded Metro Jets in the USPHL. They win that one. He gets a goal. Drake Reed just does everything right at the blue line, right? He started Elmira with Coach Cody Murphy. He moves to Wilkes-Barre Scranton with Coach Cody Murphy, and the kid just settles things down. The kid just gets the job done, right? He knows where to be each and every moment of the game, and he's so stellar.
Yeah, there is a lot of hockey IQ there, and I know that's a word that sometimes you lean on as a broadcaster, but I think that phrase absolutely applies to him. There is a greater sense of the game when he plays, just somebody who is continuously involved in the play, and I think, Dan, one of the best things about the way that, not just him, but as well as the rest of the guys on the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights, is that they can play as a team, they can play individually really well.
Yeah.
They can kind of do it all.
Let me talk about the biggest snub on this team, and this was one that was hard for me to leave off. Luke Remini. Okay, Luke Remini is a netminder that is seeing a treasure trove of shots on net each and every game. You look at the saves percentage for this year, 2004. Luke Remini, mark my words, this kid's got a big future in the game of hockey.
Yeah, I really think so. And there is a ton of skill there. There is a ton of grit, determination. And he's an Energizer bunny. You can't knock this kid out. He is always going 110%.
Speaking of that, Coach Dom's here soon, Lucas. We're going to have to talk to him as well. RC Like, how's the voice doing, Coach? Is it doing all right? You not responding to me verbally tells me it's not doing all right. Oh, listen to that. Come on, it's coming back. Go to sleep, gentlemen. The Richmond Generals finally leaving the New England Sports Center for the first time this weekend. Enjoy. They're going to get outside. They're going to smell the fresh air. They're going to realize how cold it is, though, out there, and it's going to be terrible.
RC has made himself just a little home under the stairs here at the New England Sports Center because he couldn't leave. He had too many games.
I asked them to let me do that. They said, get out of the building. Next up, Lucas, let's go to the next All-Star squad. Let's get another All-Star squad in there. Come on.
About the Atlantic East.
No, just pick one. You got to pick anyone. Where the people are waiting for these all-star teams. I mean, they're just here. They're clamoring. Their favorite players are here. I'm dressed like a cat. You know what they call me? El Gato.
And I think this is now a perfect time to segue immediately out of that discussion.
Right meow.
right meow into the Atlantic East All-Stars, Dan.
Atlantic East All-Stars. Lucas, you read them this go around because I can't read that far.
You've got Nick Cyprian, Michael Steven, and Jason Fine in the 2001 there, the Rockets Hockey Club top line. Second line, Alex Siskela from the Jersey Whalers. Max, that's a tough
All right,
one,
you're done. You've already messed up Alex Siselka's name. That's Siselka. He's from the Jersey Whalers. He's joined by Max Mazarchuk of the Jersey Whalers. Research. On the right, that's going to be Yakov Yakshin. Boom. Yakov Yakshin. He's from the Jersey Shore Whalers as well. Ross Yaldung from the New York Aviators, Oliver Monk from the Aviators, and Frank Jurek of the Philadelphia Hockey Club on forward line number 3. Sam Labetti of the Philadelphia Hockey Club, Caden Dormer from Jersey Hitmen, and Anthony Vermillo from the Pal Junior Islanders. Finally, your last two forwards on Team Atlantic East. A lot of directions in this one. Atlantic East. I feel like I'm like in the Minority Report. Nandor Banga of the Connecticut Junior Rangers, who is a hard hitter, and Tepai Ueno of the Jersey Hitmen, who played for Team Japan in World Juniors play. Lucas, that's exciting. Defensemen. Let's go to the Rockets Hockey Club for Andrew St. Julian and Zimon Bianek. Zimon Bianek. Bianek makes this squad. He has been one of the best defensemen on the planet Earth this season. For the Jersey Whalers, it's Michael Campbell. For the New York Aviators, Alex Kallgren. Kallgren has been an cauldron of defensive action. The Philadelphia Hockey Club, let's go to Theodore Beno. I can't read from that far, Lucas, the last name. Go.
Vaj.
You got Vaj right there. And then finally, our final, last but not least, defenseman, Douglas Alex from the New York Aviators. I hope Lucas can figure out in the future how to put a computer between the two of us. Goalies. Let's go to goalies, Lucas.
You have the list in front of you.
But it's out of order from what you have to the people at home. They're going to read it, and it's going to be like a jumbled up mess.
It's not out of order.
Dmitry Kapranov of the Jersey Whalers. He's your first netminder. Joining him from the New York Aviators, Michael Marino. This guy's so good at goalies, like the Dan Marino of stopping pucks. Finally, Matthew Morrison of the Rockets Hockey Club. Let's come back into the booth. Let's talk about it. You got to start, Lucas. You always look and you do the math and you find the most points. Michael Stevens, not Steven, Michael Stevens and Jason Finan, both of the Rockets Hockey Club.
Well, I think if you say points, it is synonymous with the Rockets Hockey Club, I think, at this stage of the game. We know that they are a fast skating team. We know that they like to get out there. They like to really put the pedal to the metal. And it causes trouble for a lot of squads. They can really swirl around the rink. They can swirl around defenses, and they've got a lot of potent scoring.
Lucas, after this team, I think we save the last four for tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Time.
Okay.
Build the suspense, and we bring on an interviewee.
I think that's a great idea.
Think that's a good idea?
I think it's a great idea.
It's a good idea. I agree.
I concur.
I also concur. I'm not sure what concur means, though.
Well, you've got the
Let's
Atlantic
agree
West,
to disagree.
Atlantic West and Atlantic East All-Stars.
Yep, we got them both.
The rest of the Premier All-Stars tomorrow at noon.
Tomorrow at noon.
And right now, an interview.
And I think he's hearing us right here as we stare at him. He's got some of the best hair in the business. And I think he's ready for his close-up. I think he's ready to come on in. Good sir. Put that headset on. Pull up a chair. You pop the headset on your head. Look, you even have a water bottle with my face on it staring you right in the face. Look at that. Dan K Show. You got to merchandise everything, okay? Everything's a sale point. You're always trying to sell. Introduce yourself to the folks around hashtag USPHL Nation, please, sir.
Oh, how's it going, USPHL? I'm Dominic DeChico, the head coach of the San Diego Sabres.
Now, Dom DeChico, first of all, you're coaching the San Diego Sabres, but you're an East Coast guy. You came from this side of the country here, so you're used to this cold weather. You bring the boys over. Talk about kind of your background. How'd you get into the game coaching here?
How'd I get into the game coaching?
Yeah, how'd you get into it? Yeah, your background.
My playing career was done. Took about 2 years off. Ended a little early due to injuries, and wanted to give back to the game that gave so much and help these kids out. So here we are.
You're with the San Diego Sabres. Not only do you guys have some of the silkiest unis in the world, you're coming off a 4-1 victory there. Got the W. It's a good game. The San Diego Sabres organization, talk to me a little bit about it and kind of For the folks at home, kind of lay out what makes the San Diego Sabres organization. What's going on out there in San Diego?
Yeah, no, it's second year in the league, so last year was definitely a learning curve coming from the WSHL. My first year with the program, but after we went down to the hub city last year, saw a lot of the East Coast teams, Midwest teams, so got a good look at everybody in the league, and after seeing that, definitely spent some time recruiting this summer. Got a couple good guys. Dove into the international market a bit. Actually took a trip out to Sweden, and got a couple good players here for us, coming from all over. So team's playing well right now.
And you guys have put together a squad, man. You had a great game against Chicago. Just got edged out at the end of that one. You get the win in this one against the Hershey Cubs. It's been a hard-fought weekend for you guys. You've been battling. How are the boys feeling here after this one? Was this the final one of the weekend?
No, we actually have one more tomorrow at
Coming back tomorrow.
8 a.m. I believe it is. Yeah.
5 a.m. local time.
Yeah, 5 a.m. 5 a.m.
I
our
hope
time.
the folks in San Diego are ready to wake up.
Yeah, it's a little early for my guys, I think. So we'll see.
The good news is, though, for TV purposes, they're going to get to watch the game and still go to work. They don't got to miss the workday at all. They can wake up at 5 a.m. They get the game in and they get going. How do you get a team ready for a 5 a.m. puck drop? You know what I mean? How do you get the boys going? What's the plan here?
Definitely preparation tonight. Going to do some video tonight, and then get them to bed early, get them up early tomorrow going.
That's it, man. You just got to wake them up. Lucas, what do you got for Coach DeChico?
I mean, we've gotten to watch a lot of your games this weekend, and like we say, it's always great to be able to see these teams that are a little farther away from us finally get under one roof.
Yeah.
And I mean, I want to find out what your reaction to this event has been so far. I mean, I know you've got the early start left tomorrow, but just talk about your experience here playing teams you might not have got a chance to play and what it's like being under one roof.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good playing other teams, right? You always play the same, 5, 6, 7 teams, whatever it is, over and over again. You're always looking for somebody new, right? So, it's definitely good to go out and play some teams from the East Coast here. It's a little different feel to the game too, Overall, the event's been awesome. I mean, it's great for the college coaches and everything like that. Great for the guys to play in front of those. But, the league's done a great job putting everything together.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's been fun for us. I know a lot of coaches have had a lot of awesome things to say so far about the event. And I guess my other question for you is have you been – I shouldn't say the word happy, but how have you responded to some of that competition? Talk through the performance that the guys have put out there on the ice against some of the teams you played.
Yeah, I think today was our best game out here so far. Friday we played the Advantage. We beat them, but took a little bit of time off during the game there, let them battle back into it. Yep. Yesterday was Buffalo played us hard. I think my guys could have responded a little bit better, but they bounced back today, and that's what's important.
That's it, man. And that's what a showcase is all about,
Exactly.
right? You play 4 games in 3 days. You're always going to have. We always call it showcase energy.
Yeah.
Right. You have a situation like Palm Beach beats Lake Tahoe.
Yep.
Lake Tahoe 4 hours later takes the ice against the rested Metro Jet side and beats them 2-1.
Yeah.
And you look at it. You look at the power rankings and you say, well, that doesn't make sense, right? But it's showcase energy. It's the idea that any given night, the target might be on you. You might be the bounce back team. You might be the team that coming off of a bad loss, a squad comes together and says, we got to give it our all. And if you have that lapse, if you have that moment, you can get snuck up on.
Yeah, exactly. I tell my guys all the time, any given day, any team can win, regardless of records or, where you're at in the standings or anything like that. So it's love that jacket, by the way.
Come on, it's Delgado. To tell you what, it matches the hair.
It does.
You got to get yourself one now. Now we got to get the flashiness, man. You're playing down in San Diego. It's San Diego. I believe it's Spanish for good hockey team.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Is that exactly what it is?
That's exactly what it is.
Scholars say the translation's been lost in time, but what hasn't been lost is your ability to kind of bring together this team. You're a younger coach, man, and I always love a coach that I always say closer to the ice. That's how I kind of phrase it, right? A coach is closer to the ice. Like, as the years go on, it doesn't mean you're not a great coach as years go on, but it means that the game changes every couple of years, right?
Sure,
and as we move on, talk about how you use how you use your age to your advantage, right? And your kind of understanding of what these gentlemen are not just going through on the ice, but off the ice as growing men here, as people.
Yep. Yeah, no, I mean, I try and keep a good relationship with my guys. I run an open door policy. If they need to talk about something or anything like that, they're always welcome. It's definitely different, the game, from, even when I played not too long ago versus now. But, the small details, they're the things that stay consistent. You always have to do those. So that's what we harp on.
And that's what it's all about. And, I mean, you look at it there are just some moments, right, where it's nice to have a guy that you feel like, I'm having my trouble as a skater. I'm a forward. I'm a defenseman. I'm a goaltender. I'm having my struggles. But I know I got a guy like yourself who got a sense of humor, good dude, salt of the earth. And you know what? That's what us guys from the East Coast do, as the folks in San Diego
It's the East
see.
Coast way.
Come on. Where are you from in the East Coast?
South Jersey, South New Jersey.
Where at in South New Jersey?
Actually, my home rink growing up was where Philadelphia Hockey Club plays out of.
So you're in Hollydale
So I
area.
was at Hollydale. Yeah.
Come on, we're Long Beach Island guys.
Oh,
Long Beach
okay.
Island. Come
All
on.
right, yeah,
They
that's
grew
right.
up-
Long Beach guys, so
come
not
on.
too far.
This is what it's
See,
all
the
about.
thing
It's just
is,
South Jersey
everyone-
meets South Jersey. Come on.
Everyone, I have a theory that everyone starts in New Jersey and has just worked their way out from there, because everywhere you go, there's always a Jersey guy somewhere.
Yeah, everywhere. I love it. It's always nice to meet a fellow East Coast guy, especially out there on the West Coast.
All right, so if I were to describe to you, let's talk. We always
boy.
jump into hockey for a second. If I were to describe to you a log of meat that is made of a pork product and it had a name,
Yep.
and you would put it on like a bagel
With like egg and cheese.
Yep.
What would you call it?
So I know what you're going to call it as Long Beach Island guys, but down in South Jersey, we call it pork roll.
We call it pork roll too.
Oh, really? I know North
Calling
Jersey.
us Long Beach Island guys. We're on the same side of the spectrum.
I know, but normally the Northern Jersey guys call it Taylor Ham.
We're not
so.
North Jersey and Long Beach
Well,
Island.
for me,
Let
you
me
are.
draw
From
you
where
a
I
map.
grew up, you were.
We are South Jersey.
I feel like that is a South Jersey attitude where it's like Long Beach Island, you basically need like a passport to get to. And this is why I fully support first of all, I don't believe in Central New Jersey.
I'm with you.
Here comes the king of the West Coast start time, Mr. Nick Cota, coming through here, coach of the New Hampshire. Every single game has started at 8:30. Keep going.
You either divide into North and South or the 4 system. And I think South Jersey goes all the way up until about Manahawkin at Route 72. And that's the Jersey Shore. That should be its
So-
own little section. But I still think it belongs in South Jersey.
Yeah, see, so when I was in high school, we actually we spent about a week in a psychology class splitting the state up in North and South Jersey, 2 separate states. Our cutoff line was Trenton. So if
Yeah,
you were
so
Trenton,
that's north of us, right?
you're south. So yeah, I guess that would be north of you guys,
North of us.
right?
We're
yeah.
South Jersey guys. Come on.
Geography, not Mike strong
Warren
suit.
Truex Jr. was from our hometown. Let's go. But no, we look at this. I mean, it is pork roll, folks. Let me just explain to you for the podcast. It's going to be on Spotify and iTunes, so we've got to make sure all the people understand
Oh yeah,
this.
they're not going to understand.
Let
unless
me
they
give
tried
you.
it.
So if you've not eaten pork roll for the folks in San Diego, it's just a roll of pork, and that's what it is. And what it is it was John Taylor, named John Taylor. Okay,
Taylor
so
ham.
John Taylor had a company. He had pigs, and he made ham. Okay, so John Taylor made his ham. So he called it Taylor's Ham, the company. The ham was Taylor's Ham. Taylor's Ham had all this extra meat. What are we going to do? Grind it up, put it into a log, make pork roll, make a roll of it. Sell it as Taylor Ham's pork roll. Next thing you know, this is what we're dealing with.
This
Now,
is what we're dealing with.
This is what we're
exactly.
dealing with. Now we got to deal with the North people. They're like the North Jersey people saying, hey, Taylor Ham,
Yeah,
it's pork
it's
roll.
ridiculous.
It's pork roll.
Now, are you hoagie or subs?
This is a tough question for
Yeah,
me because
I'm-
I love Wawa, so I want to say hoagie, but I do call it a submarine. I do
So
call it
yeah,
subs.
well, yeah, because I love Wawa, I've always called it a hoagie.
I now call it hoagies, but
Yeah.
technically I used to call it
You
subs, so I
said,
gotta
okay.
kind of count myself as a subs guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's
This
actually,
is the most Jersey podcast. Just put this on Jersey things.
Yeah,
That's it.
really. I am, since I grew up in North Jersey, I'm a sub guy.
Oh,
before I
okay.
made the move down to
Before
South
you made it,
Jersey.
yeah.
So a little bit of cultural indoctrination I still haven't gotten rid of.
Let's
All
get
right.
back into San Diego.
Sure.
Let's do this, okay? I'm a hockey player.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide where to play hockey. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how in the world are you going to sell me on the lifestyle and the climate and the hockey playing atmosphere? How in the world, just try for a second, to sell me on San Diego as a place for a young athlete to go further their hockey career?
Yeah, so I mean, first things first, I always start with our rink's 10 minutes from the beach. So you can't beat that.
Yep.
We have plenty of beach workouts, or just go hang out as a team at the beach, barbecue up and stuff like that. Boys love that. Weather-wise, you don't get anything that you deal with here. I know it snowed here in Boston. I'll tell
No
you
snow
what,
in San Diego.
No snow in
Okay,
San
got it.
Diego. I was missing every warm clothing that I could possibly need for up here. But it's we're trying to build something, build it right. We have a great strength and conditioning coach, Scott at Resilient Strength and Conditioning. He does a great job with the boys. Our rink's been good to us, so we're just looking to build for the future here and help these guys, reach where they want to go.
What is the future? That's the next question. I mean, do you see this is the future for you? I always ask people what a win is, right? Is a win on the ice? Is a win a national championship? Is a win getting the guy to the next level? Is the win? I mean, what is it? What is it for you guys at San Diego?
Yeah, so I think it's a combination of the things, right? You want to, first and foremost, you want to develop the players. You want to help them get better, right, so that they can move on. And then obviously as an organization, you want to win games and, ultimately try and win a championship. So we got some things in the works, for the upcoming years and stuff like that. Not going to do any spoils or anything like that, but we're happy with where we're going right now.
I like what you're saying, and you look at it. I mean, for the scouts, for the coaches watching, maybe around the rink, hanging out here on a Sunday night at the New England Sports Center. Lucas? Hopefully, there's no ghosts on this podcast. Last time we taped a podcast in this place was with Dan Hodge of the Twin City Thunder. Okay, and I'm with Dan Hodge. No one around. No one anywhere.
We taped it in the corner that Josh Boyd is currently sitting in.
Josh Boyd is sitting in a haunted corner of this rink. We taped right where he was, and no one else was here, okay? And I felt cold during the interview. Felt cold. I knew I felt cold. And we were in the car driving home. Lucas is going through the audio, getting ready to post the thing online, and all of a sudden, scream, just randomly in it. We never heard it here at the rink.
But also, because the microphone has directions, you could hear the scream as it moved right across the front of the microphone. So in your ear, it goes from right to left.
So that's weird, and I hope there's no
Spooky.
ghost right here right now.
Spooky.
If they are, we're friendly people.
That's it.
We
And
want
we're on the
friendly ghosts.
podcast.
Yeah,
What-
give us Casper.
Is Dan K-Show going to do ghost hunting now, too?
I don't know if we have the technology for
We've
ghost
got the
hunting.
technology.
Oh, come
I
on.
mean,
You could
that's
get
it.
You can
There's,
get it if you
excuse
need
me,
to.
ladies and gentlemen, someone is walking
Yes,
away
here
with
we
the
go.
trophy.
Look at this guy.
Somebody, and this is what you do. And this is why, so many views on Spotify right now. We got the Rogan treatment. We are able to get the video content now on Spotify and iTunes.
That's because you guys are huge.
And we're huge. And that's a Jersey word right there, huge.
That is.
And you look at this guy, the commish, the only man, there's not one commissioner. You show me Gary Bettman. You show me Rob Manfred. You show me Roger Goodell. You show any of them, go driver off the tee, driver off the deck, putt with the driver from the fringe, and tap in with a driver for birdie on a par 5. Only commissioner I've ever seen do it.
So that's the first time I heard that. I'm guessing that was in Tampa.
That was in Tampa, and this
Yeah.
guy can tear it up on
Really?
the golf course. Absolutely
All right, I'll
scratch.
have to go golfing one time with the commish.
And he even power moved you by putting the trophy that you're competing for right in front
Yeah, I
of
wouldn't
you.
I
touch
know.
that.
I
Let me
really
move that out of your
hope,
way.
Yeah, I'm not touching. I really hope we
Move
don't
that into the middle of your
go on a
screen
cold
here.
streak here. Otherwise,
I'll
I might
touch
be
it.
pretty upset with
I
Bob
didn't have
there.
my gloves. Normally, I handle that with my white gloves. I got to hand it out last year.
Oh,
I got to
yeah,
hand it out.
nice.
It was nice. This year, I would imagine that Mr. Commish would hand it out, but I did get to hand it out. It was pretty nice.
Did you have the white gloves last year?
I did not. I should have had the white
It's a
gloves.
rookie move.
It is a rookie
That
move.
is a
isn't it?
rookie move.
I had a microphone, so I had the microphone in one hand, trophy in the
That's
other.
why.
I'm a big ham, so if I'm not talking, I don't make an appearance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
I'm the kind of guy that I got to be billed number one.
Right.
I'm always the number one billing. It's that's why it's not the Lucas J Show.
That's messed up.
Speaking
Honestly,
of Jersey guys, we got more
totally
Jersey
fine.
guys coming here. Yeah, he doesn't want this show named after him. He doesn't want that. I mean,
Well, I mean, with a jacket like that, I think you have to be the first billing, no?
right meow, yeah, I'd say so. How about you? What do you think?
Oh,
Now that he's let the cat out of the bag story-wise.
I just let that breathe there. I thought you were going to keep talking.
No, I was
know,
gonna
it's
let you
not-
have it.
See, that's what happens. He lets me just ask all the questions, and then he tells me that I asked all the questions, and I didn't allow him to ask our guest any questions. This is the best thing about this format of podcast, right? You can talk as much as you want. You can kind of have a
Yeah.
conversation, and what I want to talk about here is kind of some of the guys on your team, okay? Let's talk about some guys that might be maybe looking for that next step, looking for that college commitment. I mean, sell the folks at home. Let's get into the salesman role here. Let's kind of talk about some of the guys that you can think of. We always talk about Dan K's highlighted players, right? And those are the guys for me.
right.
that stand out off the score sheet sometimes, right?
Yep.
The best thing as a broadcaster, when you're calling a game, there are certain guys that you don't need to see the number, you don't need to see the name. The first time you get them, we cover a different team every night.
Yeah.
We're always learning a new roster.
Yep.
It's never the same. We don't get the home broadcaster where we can learn and we can memorize and we can, but there's always that guy.
Always that guy.
And the moment you see him skate by, you go, yep, that's him. Who are those guys on this squad for San Diego? Who am I scouting? Who am I recruiting? Who's coming to my college and making a difference?
So, yeah, I mean, I think we got a lot of them, one of the guys that comes to mind is number 16, Mott Lempiainen. He might not always show up on the score sheet, but he's a pest to the other team, that's for sure. That's for sure. So he's definitely one of the guys I put up there. I know he's looking to go to college next year. So,
yeah.
If you're looking for, a little bit more score sheet guys, I'd say, Adam Wiedberg and
Wiedberg's a
Ludwig
monster.
Nelson. Wiedberg got a gash in his lip right now, although he's glued up. So
I think I saw that. I think I saw him walking by. He's glued up.
He's glued up, yeah. They
You didn't want to go to the
super glued him.
staple?
I had nothing to do with that.
Maybe
I
just a
try to
paperclip?
avoid medical things. I don't want that responsibility. But
Oh, I have a story that is not safe for where I was, my SID days back a long, long time ago. I am bad with anything medical, and I was the only person on site for a very bad injury. And
Oh, no.
I got through it. And let's just say I looked like the Kool-Aid man by the end of the incident. Everyone was okay, and that was the positive.
So our PA announcer for our home games, he back in the WSHL, he took a trip up with the team to I think it was Seattle.
Yeah.
And one of their guys got cut. He was telling me, and he ended up having to play doctor. They didn't have a trainer on hand, so
no.
He I forget if he said he stitched him or glued him up, but I know he was putting the gloves on and taking care of it. So.
Philip Kuba walking through the building right now. Between
There you
he
go.
and I, over 100 NHL goals scored, which is pretty exciting for the two of us. I don't know if I had the same success as he had. My NHL days were mostly just me running across rinks until they would kick me out of the arena.
Well, it's about being a team, right?
Right.
It's not always
It is about being a team.
individual.
Yeah, and that's
play.
what he was all about. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I would always
team
say,
guy.
"You're my D partner," and he'd say, "No, there is someone here that's in a uniform. You're just running across the ice. Get out of here." And I'd go, "All right, see you later."
Well, Coach, I actually do have an interesting question for you, because I think one of the things that we've gotten a chance to do is learn, as we say, learn a little bit more about some of these squads. But sometimes it does get a little regional with USPHL Nation being completely coast to coast at this point, right? You get all the way up to Maine, all the way down to Florida, all the way out to California.
Yep.
How would you describe your team's style? Every team's got a style. Every region seemingly has a style. What would you consider your team's sort of style to be, and how does that compare with the rest of your division?
Yeah, so I mean, I think in our division, it's I'd say it's a little bit more physical than it is out here, at least in this New England area, from what I've seen
Patrick
so far.
Ramsdale going out by this guy, 12 games broadcast. 12 games broadcast.
Look at that.
Or
Champion.
11, 10, 12, how many was it? 11 games broadcast in basically 2 days.
Champion right there.
Still has a voice.
I was
Still
gonna say,
ready to
how
go.
does he even have a voice? I've done
Exactly.
three. I've done 3 games and I'm losing my voice.
Hey, Patrick, safe travels. I sent you that email. Make sure you give it back to me. Yeah, that's how we got to make sure we get compensated for all of our work when we do 11 games in 2 days.
Oh, I thought you were doing it for free.
Oh, everything I do is for free. That's it. I am the worst negotiator of all time. I just negotiated for meals. That's it. As long as
there you
I'm
go.
fed, I'm
As long as you're
okay.
fed. I mean,
I
that's
just sleep under the rinks here at the
Typical
New
guy,
England
right?
Sports
As
Center.
long as you feed us, we're good.
Oh, 100%. You know what I mean? You give me a steak, you give me some eggs.
Then he
I'm
never
good
has
go.
time to eat, so it's kind of a
So it's he's
catch-22.
Messing that is bad negotiating on his part.
Sorry about that,
But
Coach. Just want to say bye there.
Yeah, no. To answer your question, Lucas, I think I definitely do think it is a little bit more physical on the West Coast there. So, if I had to describe our game, I'd say we grind it out. Each and every game. That's what like I said earlier. I want our guys to pay attention to the details, because they're the ones that matter and going to help get them to that next level. So.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I think that's what we've seen today, right? And when we saw it for a number of teams, it's a lot of skill for sure, but once that first hit happens, it starts to kind of grow a little bit, and I love that. I love the physical. I love the physicality. I love how hard you guys play the game. I can't wait to see more hockey involving the Sabres. I can't wait to see more of the Pacific Division. We
You guys got to
to
take a
get
trip
out there.
out. Yeah.
Well, I want to get out there. I mean, again,
Come out to San Diego.
sure, I'll come out to San Diego. My
I know,
sister
we'll
lives
twist
in the
your
area.
arm.
I got to come visit my sister.
you
We'll
go.
come out there. I already got a place to stay. Lucas and I will stay with her.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
we'll come out and call the game. She's in, where's she at? Oh, man, I forgot. Oceanside.
Oh, that's literally right next to our.
She's
our
in
restaurant.
Oceanside.
Well, there we
That's
go.
literally the next town over.
That's what, I think she said that. I think she said I'm like 5 minutes from the San
Yeah.
Diego Sabres.
Yeah.
I said, well, now I guess I got to come
Well, how
visit.
come I haven't seen her at any games? That's what I want to know.
Now I got to get her there.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
gotta
I'm gonna
get her
send her
out
out. We got to
there.
get the people into the crowd. Let's sell some tickets. I will tell you what. We got to get this to happen because we talked about it. We haven't gotten out to the Mountain or Pacific yet. You guys come into the league and then all this craziness goes on. It's impossible to travel
Yeah.
out, and we got to we talked to Kevin McCloskey about getting out to Utah, getting
Yeah,
out to
for sure.
getting out to the mountains, talking about Pueblo. Do you see what the Pueblo Bulls do with their home games?
No, I don't think.
They got a live bull. They bring a live bull out. They have asked me if I would ride the bull into the
They
the
gonna
rink.
do it?
Why not? I mean, how many times are you going to get a chance to ride a bull in the
Yeah,
ring?
I mean that's a fair point.
I
You
mean,
know, think-
I look at the way I dress. I could pop out of a barrel right now and scare.
Yeah,
a bull.
I wouldn't wear that if you're going
They're
to ride
probably
the
going
bull.
to come after
Yeah,
me.
the bull might
that
come
bull
after
might
you.
think
Yeah.
that is
He will be mic'd up for that as well.
Yeah.
I will
Oh,
make
I
that
hope
happen.
so. Yeah. Thank
probably a
you.
good
I want to hear
idea.
that.
Just riding the bull onto the rink. So what we'll do, we'll ride the bull in the rink, and then let's keep riding the bull until we get to San Diego.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan to me.
Probably the best way to do it.
You know, there has been a lot of talk in the last couple of years about riding a moose up to Maine to visit the Twin City Thunder.
Yes.
Now he's talking about hopping on top of a bull to go out to the mountains.
I am.
I feel like as travel director, Dan Kay does not have our best interests at heart, forcing us to use these
He's
large
still-
animals to get around.
He still picks on me. I'm the travel director, so we have our barnstorming tours, we call
Right.
them, okay? So we try to go for the business. We negotiate deals with everybody, and we go and we do games in chunks. So I scheduled this very reasonable trip.
Right.
Okay, we started in South Jersey. Okay, we drove up to the New England Sports Center.
Okay.
That was a Tuesday. Drove back down for Wednesday to Brooklyn, New York.
Okay.
Thursday game in the mountains of Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Seems fair.
Where do you think we would go next? Via car for a Friday night broadcast.
Utica, maybe?
Tampa Bay, Florida.
Okay, you're doing an awful job.
So we went via car to Tampa Bay, Florida. Then
Wait, you
we
took
went,
a car to Tampa?
yes. Then we went
Oh.
to Fort Myers, Florida. Then we went to Estero, Florida.
And where'd you go from there?
Where'd you go next? Where do you think we go next? You're in
I'm
Estero,
gonna guess
Florida.
you went up to Maine or something at this point.
We went to Louisville, Kentucky. Obviously, we called the game in
Had some
Louisville
wings.
for the Louisville Cardinals. We ate some wings.
Ate
We
some
played
wings.
some golf, and then obviously we went to Detroit, Michigan,
Why not? Makes sense.
and then back to Jersey.
I think you have to do a better job of planning that out next time. I'm gonna be honest with you, Dan.
Lucas called it the worst planned road trip. Bessie
Yeah.
Lampin. This kid is absolutely filthy. You
Yeah,
want to talk
he's
about
a good little player.
Want to talk about a Finland product who can finish the
Oh, I
puck
see
into
what
the
you did
back
there.
of the net? Come on. Boom. I could retire on that one.
Yeah, that was.
He
I see
lights
what you
the
did
lampin,
there.
I always say.
Yeah.
I always say Bessie lights the lampin when he scores.
I don't know. That's bad.
He just got called up.
Bad,
He's gonna get 10 days with the NCDC
That's
side of
what
the
I
Northern
heard.
Cyclones.
That's
How
what I
exciting
heard,
is
yeah.
that?
That's awesome for
That's
him.
exciting news. So, Coach, we're getting towards the end here. I think Lucas, we're hitting time. Lucas always keeps me honest on my time.
Okay.
So before we get there, though, I want to ask you the question I ask everybody to kind of start getting to the wrap of this, and then you'll have your parting words. But before that,
All right.
I'm a parent. I'm a player. I'm looking for my next place to play. We've talked about the area and why to go to the area.
Yep.
Now the organization itself. Why do I call the San Diego Sabres? Why do I don the Sabre emblem on my chest next year?
I mean, you know, I think, like I said earlier, we got some good things going. We got a lot of great sponsors. I mean, our guys get fed a meal every day of the week, you know, between strength and conditioning and practice. So, you know, we like to put the players first here at the Sabres and their development, and, you know, we try to do what we can to help them get there.
This guy's so
Keep
good.
it simple.
I mean,
This guy's so good.
the only thing I have to add here is a perspective of getting to be on the bench a little bit. You know, we obviously
That's right.
down there with you a little bit and getting to meet these guys, and I think one of the things that struck me, Coach, was how motivating you are, right, and how you know how to get your team to do the things that they and you know they're capable of, right? There's a lot. Sometimes you get a coach that's like, it's abrasive for the purpose of being abrasive, right? Or
Right.
a coach that yells for the purpose of yelling. Sometimes you see those guys, and the USPHL doesn't have them. You are certainly not one of those guys, and I love the way you coach behind the bench.
No, I appreciate that. You know, I give a lot of credit to our leadership core and our players as a whole. They're good character, good guys on the team. So, you know, big team first mentality, and I know they loved having you on.
They all
They were all
introduced
introducing themselves to Lucas.
One at a
These guys
time.
are mid-game. The San Diego Sabres are mid-game, and they're all turning around and shaking Lucas's hand. See, Coach Strode of the Tampa Bay Juniors, his guys know to boo Lucas when he comes near the bench. They understand how it works. This guy's an anti-Tampa Bay Juniors guy, and that's what they know.
Well, that
about
makes
him.
sense.
He's a big
But that's because he's
anti-Tampa
a
guy.
pro Sabres guy.
That's
what it is.
Is there a rivalry between San Diego and Tampa? That's what we got to create now.
I mean,
Think about
they're
it. You
more than
guys did-
welcome to come out to us.
Imagine a year
home
after-
and home.
Imagine a home and home each year with San Diego and Tampa. Imagine you guys go for 3 in Tampa. Next year they go for 3 in San Diego. That would be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty cool, especially my dad lives about 5 minutes from Saddlebrook, so be nice to have him come
here
out to
we
the
go.
games.
Come on,
So,
we've already done it. You know that we brokered the University of Kentucky joining the Tri-State Collegiate Hockey League in ACHA Division 2.
Oh, I didn't realize
we,
that,
we,
yeah.
we made that partnership. We by accident, we worked with both.
Yeah.
And then we look at this, like we created the Cheese Curd Cup. The Wisconsin Rapids River Kings taking on the Hudson Havoc. Havoc won the first 2 games of the Cheese Curd Cup.
Oh.
The winner of that one, they get a cup that we brought for them.
What's it made out of?
It's a normal cup, but you know what it gets filled with?
Cheese curds.
Packed with cheese curds
Oh,
to the
there you
absolute
go.
top. And when you win it, you get to eat the cheese curds. We got the Paul Bunyan's axe coming up in Minnesota, January
Yeah.
21st. Blue Ox. It's a 6-foot-tall axe. It's like the Flint, Michigan Mega Bowl. It's a 6-foot-tall axe. And if you win it, I am going to be in charge of holding an actual axe. I feel very nervous about that. But I mean, you look at it; these are the
I'm
types of things we can
nervous
create. I don't think I should be holding anything
I feel like
dangerous.
you should get a flannel suit for the occasion.
I feel like I should just be all flannel.
Yeah.
Full
boy.
flannel. Entirely flannel. We got the
Couple of my
boys here.
guys
Come
here.
on, these are them.
Can we bring him in to say hello?
Yeah, come on, bring them in. We got a microphone here. Come to this side here. We got to come to the middle. Stand behind us in the middle here. Watch your step. Let me get this out of your way. Look at it. I got stuff everywhere. He's peeking out the mic. This guy's like we got Dave Grohl on the mic here. That is a reference that's kind of dated, I would imagine. Gentlemen, introduce yourselves to the folks at home here.
My name's Jordan MacArthur, and I'm from Kinnersley, Saskatchewan. Played in San Diego this year with Carson Brown.
From Vancouver, British Columbia.
Carson Brown. I was just talking about Carson Brown, okay? We talk about highlighter players, all right? We have a segment, folks, called Highlighter Players. Dan K's Highlighter Players. After each showcase, we read an article at dankshow.com. We kind of break down what we saw from the event. It's basically a scout stream here. Like each player that we saw that stands out. Young man, I got to tell you right now, that performance, all right? I kept saying, what can Brown do for you? Well, he could put pucks in the back of the net, I'll tell you that much. He's got to be fun having him play for you.
Yeah, he is. You know,
It's
not too bad.
He's not trouble?
Every now and again.
He's not trouble?
Every now and again, a little bit of trouble.
How fun is
Both
this
these
squad
guys.
playing with, boys? How fun is this? I mean,
It's a family, as Adam said.
talk about San Diego. Talk about San Diego. Come on, man.
Honestly, it's been amazing. I mean, we've had lots of great opportunities since we've been down there, doing lots of fun activities in San Diego, going to the beach, doing community service and, beautiful community centers and stuff. And I mean, we've came together as a family and done it as one, so it's been good.
You hear this, guys. This San Diego Sabres story, it's not just a winning hockey team. It's not just a great organization. It's not an awesome coach. It's not just great players. This is the right story, right? This is what we talk about. The reason why we do this is to help guys like this get to the next level. Guys who have the talent, guys who have the ability, guys that need the chance.
Yep.
They need to be given that opportunity. They need to be afforded that opportunity to go make something happen.
That's why we're all here, right?
That's why we're all here, man. Gentlemen, you guys are battling. We're going to roll Sabres. You guys a little 3-game sweep piece against Lake Tahoe Lakers before you guys came out here. It was a pretty nice win there, eh? Hey, come on.
Hey,
More
what
goals.
do you guys think about the Dan K show coming out to San Diego, calling a couple games?
Do it.
That was the most understated. It started as if you were going to scream that and then just do it. That's going to be, you know what? That might be the new
Carson
hashtag.
for you.
That's it.
Carson for you.
Hashtag do it. That's going to be it. Gentlemen, enjoy it, man. Enjoy the trip home. Be safe. Get a dub tomorrow. You guys get a 5 a.m. start tomorrow local time. Hey, guys, anytime. You guys ever need anything, you let us know. This is what it's about. It's about helping these guys out, getting these guys to the next level. These two, I mean, you guys score
They're
so
the right
often.
two to
That's what I'm saying.
to have over too. They're a bunch of clowns.
They're not clowns. Look at them.
The way MacArthur's walking around in that suit, he's thinking he's a big tough guy.
MacArthur's got the European cut. He looks like he's
Yeah.
going to go play in Sweden.
But he's from Canada.
Yeah,
Go
he's
figure.
Canadian. Yeah, sorry about today. Sorry. You know, last thing here, we get to our parting words. Lucas, he's never going to have parting words, okay? He doesn't do parting words, but our guest does parting words, and I do a really nice parting words. And I always ask him, for the guest, for the folks at home, do something nice. Lucas, parting words. He has shut off his mic, and he has moved the mic away from his mouth. That's nothing.
That's
You know
nothing.
what? That is disappointing. Let's put the trophy
Yeah.
a little further over here. Cover his face. I didn't want to. Yeah, there you go, Lucas. Hold that. Coach, your parting words for the folks at home. How do you want to close things out?
I just say be sure to check out the Sabres on Hockey TV, or if you find yourself in San Diego.
That's it. My parting words, it always goes along kind of with our guest, and it's the right kind of flash is kind of the quote that I'm going to use. The right kind of flash, and it's the hair, right?
Oh,
the hair comes from a
the
bet
hair.
with the guys.
It
You
does.
inspire the guys. You give the guys the opportunity. You say, if we're going to sweep the Lake Tahoe Lakers,
Yeah.
I'll dye
the hair blonde.
How
And,
much of a chance do you think there was that your hair is going to end up like this?
I was hoping a good chance, but you never know. Always got to play the game. So happy to do it. Happy to follow through on that one.
And that is flash in the right way. That's exactly what that is. And that's what the San Diego Sabres team has. They're flashy. The color scheme, the San Diego environment, the beautiful weather, the incredible organization, the great facility, the ownership that cares, and a coach behind the bench that knows how to do it right. If you're looking for a place to play, go check out the San Diego Sabres. Coach DeChico, anybody who calls it pork roll is good with me. You've got the stamp of approval. That's what it's all about. When Dan K's on the mic, it's always Hockey Night. Let's thank our sponsors here.
Yeah,
First
absolutely.
off, the guys behind us, Elite Junior Profiles. That's www.elitejrprofiles.com. Take your recruiting profile to the next level with the best in the biz. These guys know what they're doing with NILs at the collegiate level, the ability to make money off your own likeness when you get to college. These guys set you up not only for that, but they also help you get in touch with college coaches today. They basically take your profile, what you look like on the internet, what you look like in your game, and they take it to a whole nother level. Get your disc enhanced profile. Let them know that you were sent to them by me, by us, by the Dan K Show. Let them know we sent you. Next up, Remastered Sleep. It's remasteredsleep.com. Guess what? You can stop snoring. You got a roommate on the road that won't stop snoring. You can stop it with just a sip. It's a water bottle of your dreams. These guys from Minnesota in the medical field, they came up with, after years of research, this water bottle technology where it's just a water bottle. You just drink out of it. But the way you drink from it, the way the straw is constructed, the way it's all put together as the Sabres are coming through, as you look at the way it's constructed, strengthens the vocal cords, strengthens the ability to breathe. It opens up the passageways, and it allows you to not snore anymore. It worked for this guy, and it can work for you. Coupon code. We can also get you 10% off. We got the deets.
Good, because I think my equipment manager that I share a room with might want me to get that. So.
You should get it for him. Go to remasteredsleep.com, and the coupon code is DanKShow10. Sorry, no, it's new. Dan K Show 2022. It's Dan K Show 2022. So DANKSHOW2022.
That's way longer than Biz 20.
I know, right? Biz 20 is
Swipe
so
up.
much easier. Can we do Dank 20 next time?
Yeah, we
making me
gotta
turn
come
my
back
mic
over.
Got him to
phone
talk
back on.
again. Yeah.
We certainly can shorten it if you want next time.
I mean,
that is within
Lucas,
our power.
Lucas, I'm always like, Lucas, be concise. And he's like, all right, the password is Dan K Show 2022 45756.
The passwords need to be secure.
They don't. All my passwords are one. Just don't tell anybody my email, okay? They'll be able to log into everything. Last up, Selly Salt. Sprinkle a little bit on your next meal. 2 hockey moms made some of the best tasting seasonings in all the game. Dash it on your next meal. It'll feel like you're celebrating a top shelf scoreboard down Selly Salt. Get it on your next meal today. When Dan K's on the mic, it's always Hockey Night. How about the USPHL and the NCDC? The NCDC, no other U.S.-based Tier 2 hockey league had as many NHL entry-level draft picks as this squad did in the NCDC. The USPHL Premier and Elite, it's where you want to play. It's your pathway to college hockey, and Lucas and I will continue to work until it is the pathway to college hockey. The best of the best. DanKShow.com, @_Dan K Show, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.